as you can see, I'm standing at the new quarter, the newest and the best basketball course in Hanoi right now. But just a few years ago, it was really hard to find such a beautiful playground like this, not only in Hanoi, but also in Vietnam. So we can say it is an indication of how developing this sport has been in our country in such a short amount of time. And our guests of episode today of Talk Sport are the two old guards who have witnessed the basketball boom in Vietnam for the past few years in both non-professional and professional level. So welcome you guys to our Talk Sport today.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Yeah, so I've known that VBA 2022 just came to an end, right? And now it's a break of you guys. So what are you guys up to lately?
Yes, the VBA season just ended and I come straight to practice training, prepare for next year because we lost, right? We lost in the playoffs, so it's given us a lot of motivation to train.
Well, for me, I've been busy with having family, with a lot of work. At the same time, try to have time to spend time with my family, as well as like just practice every day, just to improve, ready for next season.
So it's like, as you can see, we are at the new quarter. It's like one of the best and like the most quality basketball course now in Hanoi, or I can say Vietnam, right? So like compared to like the previous day. So do you think like the condition back in the day compared to now, like what's the difference?
Well, first of all, is the biggest change is now they have a lot of new basketball court. Back in the days, there are only like certain courts that open. When you go to one place, right? There are a lot of people playing. Now, like so many courts open, so people kind of like they kind of spread out a little bit. But back in the day it was fun, like if competitive. You lose one game and you wait for like the whole afternoon until your turn.
Oh, really?
But it's more than just basketball because people come there, we make friends, we talk, we learn a lot of stuff from the older guy and stuff. So, but now it's a bit different. But it's a good sign for basketball, really. Like more court means more opportunity to train and to play.
Which means like it's really developing.
Yeah, it's very developing.
And I think it's like the more court, you bring more people together. Like back then, right? Like if you stay far away from like certain court, like let's say medical university, right? If I'm stay like way down here, then if I want to go there and play, then it's kind of far. Yeah. And some people they don't like, especially when you go have school and other stuff. It's hard to find like the time for you to go and play. Pick up, let's say you pick up like 2 to 4 or 4 to 6, right? And then you have to kind of you have to go like 30 minutes or 40 minutes to go up there and then come back, all that time. But now it's like I think getting better, especially now it's a new quarter open here. Like so a lot of people from like other district, like close to here, can come and play here instead of going all the way to other, like let's say Time City. Yeah, it's more convenient now.
So back in the day, like let's talk about like 16 years ago, right? In that 2004, when you guys were first in Hidden Dragons.
Yeah, but back in the day it was a different name. It was a reverse dragon.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's an older guy. The older guy was like we play in the medical university, because I was study over there near the court. So I just I have a day off, like a class off actually, and then my friend took me to the court, and then we play over there. And then I started to this guy, and my brother James and other people would come and play. We was really bad, but then some older guys, they saw it playing, and they just asked us like, do you guys have a team? And back in the day, like I was surprised because when you are a new kid, you come to the court, you don't have friends, you kind of scared with the older guy, you don't want to play with them. But then suddenly, like, once the older guy asks you, you have a team, and then
probably like he saw something in you guys.
Probably,
but more I think because they know probably like they know that they are getting older, and like they need like other the younger generation coming up, so they just like asking us and ask for the guy who just started to play, right? Like we not like, to be honest, we feel like we didn't know the rule, we couldn't shoot, we couldn't do anything, but like for them to ask us to join a team, which is kind of big deal, you know, which is like, oh wow.
Back in the day, we didn't know. Like we heard about dragon, we're like, oh my God, it's dragons. So they invited us. Oh my God!
We, like all of a sudden.
All of a sudden we just practice and then they just come talk to us.
Yeah, it's a big deal. So it's a one memory that it's hard to forget. It's like.
So how important was Hidden Dragon to you guys? Do you think like a Hidden Dragon is like an important foundation for you guys to be able to achieve everything that you have today?
Yes, every
it's more like a stepping stone.
Like every step on the way. Yeah, every step is an important step. Every stop is an important stop.
So like Dragon was a team that started it all, right? Like so before we even get into like other bigger, higher level, like let's say high school or even higher than that, like national tournament and all that stuff. Like Dragon was the first team that we ever joined, and you know,
and play
for us,
really.
For us to even like now after 16 years and we come back and join the team again, make it like really sweet for us. Yeah.
As I have learned that there's a lot of players who just play at the HBC tournament, like for the last few months, right?
Last month or so,
yeah. Hanoi basketball champions.
So do you think like non-professional basketball tournament is usually like the route for the VBA or also like the national team as well?
I feel like, in Vietnam, I think so. Like, cause the sorts of players, they all been there. Like, even they go from the street, right? You play, like, pick up a lot, you training here every day, like, not just here, like, other court and stuff. And then from there, they play at their school level, and then after school level, they go, some players, they join the city team, like Hanoi team, or federation, like Hanoi.
Hanoi Federation.
Or Ho Chi Minh and other team like that. And then they try out for the VBA. So I think they slowly, from
ground up,
they start from this
level, like
scratch,
pick up.
And then they just started to play.
Because you get more recognized in pickup more than you do in school.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Like in school, you probably train with the school team when the tournament come. For like a couple months, you train for a little bit. But when you go outside, you play pickup. You don't have a fixed time. You can always go.
You can be flexible.
As long as you have free time, you can go. But school team, you might train maybe a week, 2 times, 3 times, but pick up, you can go for
I don't think that's enough.
And then like people watch the court, right? They know people. Let's say like I saw a kid like this good, right? I can tell them, yo, come try out for the the VBA next year or something like, And then we can talk to coach to maybe come watch them play, or certain player come watch them play.
It's like the exact same circumstance that you guys were back in the day, right?
Yeah, you get more love. You get more love here than you.
And nowadays, like with the media and everything, right? You see, like some people just come to the court and they have their phones out, like they video record the game and stuff, and then you put highlight on the, for real, like on YouTube and stuff, right? And then other people watch it. And then it's be like, oh, maybe this guy can help us on the next level also. So, that guy have more opportunity to play. And there's a lot of guys that like good, like their talent, they get good talent, their skill is good. And you feel like they can play at a high level. But they're different circumstance, right? Sometimes they have school, sometimes they have work, and other things. They feel like the trade-off between what they're doing now and the VBA is not worth it. So they refuse to play. They rather just do their stuff, go to school or go to work, and then let's say during weekend they come here and enjoy, they play pickup and just have fun. That's enough for them. Depend on the people. Like sometimes, let's say I talk to some player like, hey, why don't you try out for VBA? And some people say like, you know what, like it's not really worth it. The VBA season is so short. Like it's only like 3-4 months. And then what's you gonna do like 8 months? It's like the rest of the year. So, and they don't have like certain like it's not like after VBA you have other league right away.
Yeah.
You have to wait.
For them, they have to wait.
Yeah. So they rather play pickup and play like non-professional league.
And then they have job for them.
It's easier for them to have their own schedule and do other stuff.
Yeah, we have a teammate like Hung Hiếu. He's really good. He's like back in the day, it was like
back
even
in
at
the
the
day,
same
he won
time,
the-
in the
yeah.
same time,
He
we
won
were
the-
playing, and he was winning MVP of the tournament.
Wow, impressive.
Like he had work and
He had
other
work.
stuff, so
he
he's
just threw it
like,
that way. He say
Yeah.
the other day we talked to him. He say, I love to see you guys play basketball. You guys living my dream, because if it's like one of the things that he say, like, I want to do what you guys do, but this is my life. It's not allow me to. Yeah. So it's different.
So you guys are lucky to have the choice.
Well,
We are blessed, really.
Exactly.
We are blessed, really.
we are very fortunate to have a
Family,
families that
support
support us like from
Yeah, we were
ground up.
learning to help them out with their work and practice at the same time. Like at first we only thought about like just playing for entertainment only. It's like we never think like everybody play basketball have a dream to play professionally, definitely. And then when we heard that the news is there's gonna be a professional league here, it's like it's amazing. It's like a dream come true, really.
I have been know Hoàng and that for like over 10 years. Yeah, since I was a little kid, since I was like a kid in high school. I mean, it was like an honor to me to play alongside with them. We like a family member. I mean, like we not only share our like experience, like the court together, but also we share like a core value and share our life together too. To me, they are like my older brothers. To see them play again in the Hidden Dragon jersey. To me, it was like everything. I mean, like whole Hidden family, we were happy. I mean, it's great to have them back to the Hidden Dragons. I mean, like, we're back to the business. This place was only water, but I mean, this is like our home too. So I mean, like every time Hoàng and Dad come here, it's like they just came back home. Yeah, and we just share our moment here together. They are talented for sure. I mean, like. But not only the talented, but they also work hard because like I see Hoàng and Dad, they work hard every day. I mean, like every afternoon in the new quarter, anytime from 3 to 6, when you come to the new quarter, you will see Hoàng is always here, and sometimes that too. That's what makes them be like different than the others because because they have a talent, but also they work hard. Work hard with talent. Then, and if you have any talent and you also work hard, you want to be famous. You want to be like Kobe, and there's nothing that can stop you.
So anh Hoàng, you had 4 times like reached to the finals, right? But like there was only one time you won the championship, and so basically you got through all the highest of high and lowest of low. How was that?
Oh, I feel like I think it's cool to win the championship. Like for me, when I was young, I don't feel like I have to chase everything. Like I feel like once is enough because if you win the championship the first time, right, and you win again the second time or third time, let's say the more you win, the feeling is it's less special. Like I play for the love of the game. It's not like because of certain thing you want to achieve. It's just that you set out your goal. Let's say my goal was to play, let's say VBA with this guy until like we retire, Then I set out that goal. It's not like, okay, I'm gonna win this and that with him, Of course, winning is fun. Winning, you play sport, you have to win. You have to have desire to win. It's important. But like if you somehow you lost during the way, I lost that game in 2019 when I missed the free throw. I was sad. I was depressed. But the more I look at it now, like sitting here, I look at it like I feel like there's a lot of things I realize that there's a lot of people care about you, your family, the fan, like people who support you. Then I remember one of the lady sent me a really long message after the game about like how life knocked you down and you had to get back up. And there's one thing she said in that letter was that like I will remember for the rest of my life. She said, "Do you know why you like life, like God put you in that situation? Because He knows that if you fail, you are strong enough to get back up." You can overcome. Yeah, like she said that, and I'm like, I'm reading it. I was crying. I cried more than when I lost the game. And I feel like there's like
that's when you have more reason to be even better.
Yeah, like
right.
you just motivate you to play, to practice. Like I said, there's not a lot of things that I haven't achieved. I already won championship, local player of the year, 6th man of the year, like all this award. But I feel like in the end, winning is nice. Like when you hold that trophy for the first time, you feel nice. But like when it's all over, right? You go home, you put there. That's it. It doesn't feel as special anymore. You feel like just
then you moved on next one.
Yeah, you move on the next one.
What you gonna eat today? Yeah. What you gonna what you gonna do with your family, for example?
Yeah, like what you gonna do, what's your
plan?
Of
course, there's a lot more to care about than just a trophy.
That's just trophies.
It's just that people invest a lot of feeling into a game.
It was the same with you, Dad. Remember when you was in Hanoi Buffalo, but you wasn't in the protect list, right? And that's when you moved to Thăng Long Warrior.
Well, Thăng Long picked him. Well, Thăng Long dragged him. It's not like
yeah. And do you think that is like a blessing in disguise?
Well, your journey, you can only control yourself. You can never control the outside circumstances.
Yep.
Like they protect you, or they keep you. It's not like you come in there and you can say like, hey, protect me.
It's a part of the game.
It's supply demand, the same concept really. If you love something, you need something, you buy it. Like they need me, then they will keep me. If they don't, then maybe their future direction is different from my plan. So it's better to just move on, and they decide to not protect me. Then if other team drop me, that means they need me more. Then I will just play for that team.
But were you like more satisfied when you were Thăng Long Warrior back in the day?
I'm always happy with the team that I was playing for at that time. At that moment, at the exact moment, whatever team that drafted me or using me or I'm playing for, I'll play my heart out for that team. The past is the past. Really, it's like it has nothing to.
It's not nothing like personal,
It's not like you're looking back and you can change something. Yes, sure, they're gonna be memories. They're gonna be a little bit sad or regret or whatever. But if you keep looking back, you don't focus on the now. Then you're just wasting time, really.
Yeah, fair.
No, honestly, Dat Doc and Phu Hoang, Hoang Ca are two icons in Vietnamese basketball. They're two guys that have inspired thousands of young players, both on the street ball courts as well as on the VBA courts. National team. It's just they're two incredible players because they play their style and they know how they want to play. They stick to their foundation of who they are. That makes sense. But then at the same time, they're professional. And they understand that they have to work on things to continue to maintain themselves as top-level players. Their defense, their ability to move the ball, their ability to be, leaders on the floor and in the locker rooms. They always still push themselves to be better. They push themselves to be, Dat Doc in the weight room, Phu Hoang taking thousands of shots, and their consistency makes them, really important for Vietnamese basketball. Phu Hoang's got a lot of experience. He's got a lot of leadership. He's a player that's been on finals. He had some really, really big shots in 2019 with Catfish that helped them win a championship. He's a player that knows the game. He understands the game. He still plays his style and he still contributes to teams because he is in many senses unpredictable on the court, but it's a good thing because you can't scout him. You don't know what he's going to do. You can't say, oh, Phu Hoang's going to make this certain move. Well, he'll make a different move and score on you. So he's so unpredictable to a point where it's hard to scout, hard to guard, and that's what makes him a challenge for any defender to stay in front of him.
He's great, and I love Dat Doc. He and I have worked together for a number of years. He is a leader in our locker room. He does everything that's asked of him and plays his role. He's a much different and, in my opinion, much better player than he was when I first arrived. He's in better shape now than he's ever been, and he understands his role. So when he was younger, he would shoot all over the place and maybe have a different type of shot selection. He is a better player now than he's ever been.
There's a lot of kids that come and watch 5-on-5 organized VBA and love the Flash Brothers for what they do in the VBA. There's also a lot of guys that go to the street games and love them for what they do in the street games. So that shows you the impact that they have in all kinds of basketball settings. And that's what makes them special.
So like both of all those years in the league, what was the most memorable moment, and what was like the lesson?
The most memorable moment is for me, probably for him too, more than championship, more than anything, is in when we played for Thăng Long in the bubble, in Saigon, 2020. And all our brother, my brother James, myself, and him was here on the court at the same time. And
we made that play.
We made that play. Our import was swinging the ball to James at the corner, and he swing the ball back to my brother. He dribbled in, and he got defense collapse, and he kicked it out for me, and I make a shot. I was scared. I was scared. I was nervous. I know the pass was coming because I've been playing with him for so long. I know the pass was coming, and all I have to do is shoot the shot. Probably every week I watch it. I watch the clip again, and it was amazing. It's more than anything. It's like that moment is like, yes, that is another I made it. I made it. Yeah. Like in life, there are not a lot of moments that you feel like, yes, dream come true. I made it. That was the one.
And especially when like the whole family, you know,
yes, exactly,
all in the court at the same time.
One thing that we always dream of, like whatever, like I always set out, like whatever I do, like especially in sport, if we have a brother and we play same sport and stuff, we try to achieve like things together. Not just more about, like my brother said, like to be honest, like I feel like more than winning a championship is fun, but like that moment right there is like I would trade for anything. Yeah. I would trade for anything. Like any championship, I would trade it all.
It's for anybody here too, not just us. Anybody here have brother that play sport, brother or sister play sport.
Yeah, and if you achieve something together, it's like
something together on the competition, like
competitive
on that level,
state. Yeah,
competitive state. Any sport, you feel like
that's all I need.
It's like lottery winning, dream come true. It's like, yes, like over. I don't need to do anything more. Checklist, fill everything.
So I'm saying you guys are really blessed because you guys are like the whole family are all like into basketball, and at the same time to be able to reach to that point, you know, of like playing professionally.
And then, you know, I feel like there's a lesson for it too, you know, like you depend on the person, but I feel like this go out to probably everybody who have brother and sister, like my brother said, right?
Focus on the love, focus on the family. Accomplishments is nice, materialize things
is nice, but nice, like still,
but
like
memory
like
lasts forever.
Yeah,
memory lasts forever. There's gonna be knowing they're gonna be up and down, but
as long as you have one another, like I got his back and he got my back, and my brother had my back as well. Like just.
It's not really heartwarming. I'm jealous with you guys. You don't always have each other back.
Yeah, always. Like that's why I feel like for us, like we play and we don't really care what people think and stuff.
Yeah, it's my guy from day one. It's day one. Yeah, we play sport.
Yeah, sure. So let's say you guys were in VBA in the very first seasons. So how do you think like the difference between VBA now compared to like before?
I think it's changing. It's changing like big time. I feel like back then when we first had VBA, it's all about. I feel like there's more local player. Like there's more focusing more in the local player development. So there's a lot of chance for local players because back then was only one import, two heritage. But still, like you have more local, have more opportunity to play. But like now, I feel like the VBA came up. There are two import systems. There's more. That way you have more entertainment. But there's a lot of dunking. There are a lot of highlights and stuff. But then when you look back, at the same time, there's the bad thing come with it that the local don't get chance to play because at the professional levels, go try to win. And if you want to win, you have to put your best player on the court, which is too important. And if you have a good heritage player, you have that 3 player gonna play like all the time. So it's only 2 spots left for the local play.
And no matter how hard you practice, if you don't play, you don't never get improved.
You're not gonna get better. You're not gonna get better. And that's why a lot of players like they feel like, what I'm doing here, I try to get my chance, but like if I don't get my chance, then what I'm doing here, I'm just wasting time.
Yeah.
So a lot of
purpose.
players they decide to like not try anymore, or they just wait for the season to be over so they can do something else. Like they can play pick up or they do their own stuff. Nowadays, like players have to find a way to to find more way to make money. Let's say a lot of players I know that they only play VBA for a short amount of time, and then the rest of the time what they do, they go like they are teaching at the academy, different academy. They work at a job, like they do pretty much everything, just to just to make more money.
Yeah, it was like side hustling, right?
Yeah, well, not side. Like sometimes they committed, like they have their own academy and stuff.
For different people, they might think that VBA or basketball is just the side, more like that is their side job, not the main one.
But actually, for some it's more like VBA is a side job. Like I said, there's a lot of good kids out here, like not just in Hanoi, like in every city, like Saigon, every city they have guys that can play, but when they look at the VBA and look at others like that, they question themselves like, should I try? Is it worth it? Yeah, like, cause they have friends too, right? Their friend probably in the VBA also, and if he asks the friend like, hey, how's the VBA? If the guy who play a lot, and they say, yeah, it's fun. But like, if the guy who sit on the bench all the time, of course he gonna say like, you know what? I don't know, because I'm on the bench all the time.
So let's be honest. What has VBA brought to you guys?
I think
like
experience.
A big amount of fans?
No, I think it's like the experience. You get to experience a lot of things. Like, you get to travel.
But you guys already experienced a lot, right?
No, but still, like
when we were younger, like we didn't travel that much.
Yeah, as much. Like if there's no VBA, I wouldn't even go to CàNG. Like I wouldn't even know.
Like,
yeah.
Like I would just go to Saigon and chill and then go back. It's like
yeah. So there's more opportunity for us to travel to certain place, to meet people there, to have friends there. I have friends who like, I have a guy who like in CàNG, like he really supports the CàNG catfish team. He's really close to us, like maybe Tam.
If we never play VBA, we wouldn't have as many friends.
Yeah, like Tam and Sang and other guys who like we wouldn't know them. Or like we have other opportunity, like to go out and play basketball with like higher level player. Like there's a lot of things. Like I feel
and
like
you make friends easier.
Yeah,
like, you go to random court in Saigon, for example. They would like some guy would know us, and then we could just go in and play with them instead of have to wait.
Instead of like having small talks.
Yeah, like
right?
When it's our chance to play,
Yeah,
so I feel like there's a lot of things like VBA brought to us. So I feel like hopefully the other guy who like younger generation coming up have the same experience. Like they can have same thing like us. Go to other city to play. Fly back and forth. Just go through the city to see what they have. Like in CàNG, there's a lot of things to do. Like to be honest, I feel like going to CàNG was, probably one of the things that I really gonna miss, because like. There's a lot of things there. The fans amazing. Like even like I play for other team. Like fans still, like CàNG fans still like support. Like when I won, like this season I won the assist of the year or something. I know that CàNG fans vote for me as well. Like they always show support, and one of the things I'm gonna miss is the fan there. So I feel like there's a lot of things that VBA brought to us, and hopefully it's continue to bring that experience to other players, especially the local. So hopefully they get same thing.
So now, what are your future plans for this year? I've known that anh Hoàng is coming back to Canada, and that probably you're still staying in Hanoi to play. So like, what are your specific plans?
I don't know. I mean, I have to sit down with my family.
Right out, I guess. Right out, like.
I don't know about this guy. He probably still gonna play. I have to figure out my plan. Talk to my family.
But what would you be doing in Canada if you go back there?
Thing. My personal stuff. Yeah, but still, like, if I have an opportunity to come back and play, then probably. But if I'm not, then you know, I'll be supporting this guy from afar.
Definitely, you would have another chance. Yeah. It depends on if you
we'll
want
see,
to or not.
We'll see.
Yeah.
No promise, no, but still, we'll see.
Yeah, that's why you never know. Like, for example, he has his family, they have a lot of things to do. He has his own plan. It's different now compared to when we were younger. So that's why I cherish the little thing, like even come here play pickup. That's something that a lot of guys here they might think, oh man, just another pickup. For me, it's different. It's a small thing is important now. You never know. Like last year, 2 years ago, my knee was fine. I run like a horse. Now, I run like a snail.
A bit more humble.
I'm like, man, I feel like my body is 60 years old. I'm like, hey, wake up, wake up.
No, don't say that. You are a professional athlete.
So it's
no, like with the older you get, I feel like there's more things you have to be cherished, and there's more thing. Like I feel like there's more thing you have to be more focused on, like your body, how you eat, you know, how you train, how to sleep, different things you have to worry about. Like if when you're younger, you don't feel as much like, hey, do whatever you want, because then you know. But like now, if you get hurt, like if you get bruises, like take forever for it to,
So yeah, I think you guys have learned a lot about our twins brother here, and thank you guys for coming to our Talk Sport today. I have learned a lot about you and also the VBA. So thank you a lot again for coming to our show. And that's all for our Talk Sport today. Thank you viewers for watching, and I hope to see you guys in our next episode. Now, until next time, bye.
See ya.
Bye. See ya.